Here is a patriotic wreath painting idea. Let's start with the background, and I'm just using my mop brush with a light blue, a tan, and a white. We're going to piece these colors together, doing up and down brush strokes on your canvas. You could use canvas for this, but I'm using 12 by 12 textured cardstock. I'm piecing in the colors one at a time, but I'm blending them just ever so slightly so they play together. Just be careful not to blend them too much because you don't want them to turn into all one color. Once you have the background the way you want, dry it and then grab a round brush. I'm going to do more of a twiggy wreath today. So let's do some brown vines. Starting with some dark brown, do a wavy circle. This is the start to your wreath. Now notice it's in a circle shape, but it's closer to the top than it is to the bottom. We want to make sure there's a couple inches gap down at the bottom. That way, there's a little bit of room for your flag to hang down. But first, let's build up our wreath. Make sure you have a couple wavy circles intertwined together, and then build up the thickness of your wreath by adding curved brush strokes on the inside and outside edges like this. Even it out however you want, just don't make it too thick, but we still want the background to be showing through. So something like this. That looks pretty even, like a circle wreath. And then you can go in and add some highlights. I'm taking some tan on my brush and adding more of the curved brush strokes. You could even do some of the wavy circles too. I'm just going to do a bunch of these curved strokes just to highlight it a little bit more. I can still see my background through this too. You don't want it to turn into one solid brown circle. So something like this. Oh, so pretty. Okay, now we're ready to decorate. So grab a ruler. First, we're going to do a straight line. See the bottom right edge of this circle, I'm just going to trace a line like that. This is going to be the flagpole. So taking a small round brush, I'm going to trace it with just a medium shade of brown, going all the way up like this. Do it as straight as you can. I even had some metallic gold, so I took a detail brush and highlighted that brown with the metallic. Ooh, always gotta have shiny when you can. So I highlighted the flagpole, and at the top, you can design it however you want. I'm just going to do a long diamond like this. And don't forget to take some white and highlight the top edge. There. Now we can hang the flag. Let's start with a round brush and some white paint just to get the shape. So to get the flag shape, start at the top of the flagpole and do a curved line that goes past the wreath and down towards the bottom of the canvas. That's why we left the gap at the bottom of the wreath. Once you have that curve in there, for the bottom side of the flag, do a smaller curve, something like this, and then use a tiny line to connect the two. And then once you have the shape, fill it in with a solid coat of white. This is just the base layer to your flag. Now, keep in mind the flag is going to be curved over itself a little bit. So see this bottom left corner? Remember that shape. That's going to be important later. Now to add the flag colors, let's start with blue. I'm using a bright blue and a navy. And let's start with the blue square on the top left. Now, because the flag is kind of hanging over on top of itself, you're only seeing the bottom left-hand side of the square. So fill in the top point and notice the bottom curve of that blue is going along with the curve of the bottom side of the flag. Once you have that shape, fill that in. And then the same thing is going to happen to the red. I have a bright red and a darker red here. So the bottom left-hand curve of the flag is going to be the same type of curve that your stripes are going to follow as well. Notice the third red stripe followed the edge of that bottom left-hand corner that I told you is going to be important. That's the part of the flag that you can see that's hanging behind it. So to get that effect, I'm going to do a tiny red stripe that's straight up and down instead of curved right in the middle there. And let's see, I'm even going to add a tiny little red stripe down there, maybe outline the edges. Oh, let's point that front edge a little more. There, I'm starting to see the flag shape. And then once you have all those details in there, I'm taking a detail brush and I'm just fixing up any lines. Use whatever brushes you're most comfortable to do this. Now to help it stand out, especially where it's folded back there, I'm going to take some dark brown on my detail brush and outline the outside edge of my flag along where the red curves are and where that folded piece of fabric is towards the back. Something like this. I even want to see a little bit more white on my stripes back here, so I'm going to take a detail brush and fix those up as well. And my blue square doesn't look like a square yet, so at the bottom tip, I'm adding a chunk of a red stripe that again is hanging back behind the flag, but I want to see the corner of that blue, so I added that back in. Ooh, looks good. Let's add a pop of brighter blue in the middle here just to help it stand out some more. I like it. And don't forget to fix up your flagpole if you need to. Now let's decorate the rest of the wreath. I want to add some baby's breath. So with some of the tan I was using before and white, I'm taking a detail brush and adding a couple stems in the left-hand side of my wreath. And taking an artist sponge with some white paint, let's bounce in a little texture. I just did 3 stems. In the middle of the stems, why don't we add some roses? Let's go with red and blue. I'm sticking with the colors we used for the flag. So taking a round brush, anywhere you want a rose, do a wide swirl. Something like this. They can overlap over top of everything. And to fill them in, take some red and white on your brush and do little curves all the way around your swirl. The swirl is your guideline. This is very similar to how I did the roses in my vase of roses painting. Once you fill it in and get the shape, you can always go back in with more white and highlight some of the petal layers. Build it out however you want. See, I'm going to take some white here and highlight those edges some more. And sticking with the patriotic theme, use the blue from your flag as well for some roses. You can do whatever colors you want, but I'm sticking with red, white, and blue. For the blue roses, paint them in the same way. Just follow that guideline with just tiny little curved strokes that look like smiley faces. And you can add highlights if they get too dark, but I'm even adding some just dark navy for some shading along some of the edges. Maybe there's even one sticking out here from behind. You don't have to see the whole flower. You can have some partial flowers peeking out through. You could also put flowers anywhere you want on the wreath. I'm just keeping it as a small bouquet in the left-hand corner. This also helps to hide the rough edges at the bottom of the baby's breath and the bottom of the flag. Now for some greenery, I'm taking a round brush. It's important you have a round brush that has a pointed tip for this, but we're going to do little press down and pull up leaves. All I'm doing is I'm taking the tip with some dark green and pressing down and pulling up like a stamp, building up tiny little leaves coming from behind the roses. It's up to you how much of this you do, but I'm going to do it in just different clusters along the edges. There we go. Now, if you don't have a brush like this, you could use a sponge texture like we usually do, but this just gives it something different. And for final touches, take a tiny brush. I'm using my detail brush with some white and adding little strokes on the roses for highlights. I did decide to go back in and brighten them up. I used white for the blue highlights, and for the red ones, since they already had a lot of white, I'm taking just some bright red and adding that over top to brighten them up. I did use a slightly darker red for them, so I wanted them to stand out a little bit more. Now you could stop there and go and add the stars to your flag, but I am going to take some blue and red on my brush and add little berries throughout the wreath, just to tie in those colors all the way around. It's up to you however you want to finish it off, but I always say less is more. And in those berries, you can take a toothpick or a tiny brush and add a tiny pop of white, just a little curve to help them pop. Now we have the white paint. Grab your detail brush or the tiniest brush you have and add the final touch to your flag, which is the stars. Now I didn't count these, but I am going in rows of 5 starting along that flagpole. Notice my rows of stars are going to be lined up at the same angle as the flagpole, and the stars are going to alternate. So notice my first row of 5 are there, and then my second row are shifted down. So the next row is in between the first 2 stars. As you keep adding rows, also notice that the rows are going to get shorter because the blue part of the flag is folded over on itself. So the rows are going to get shorter and shorter, and you may have it lined up so you only have a partial star up at the top there, or maybe even a little point. Do whatever you feel you need to do to make it look even. I kept going with the full stars until I had all the rows, and then I evened it up along that top edge by adding a few partial ones. There we go. And there's our patriotic flag. We're ready to decorate for 4th of July. Have fun with this one. I can't wait to see your versions. And if you like this tutorial, follow me for more. Happy painting, everybody.